Hey guys, Marsing in here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so, for today's video, I wanted to talk about Dragon Ball Heroes. Now, recently we got the update with the announcement that there's going to be maintenance, which should bring the next Dokkan Fest celebration, which should be the AGL Kid Gohan. I did a brief video the other day about that. Check it out if you want to have all the information about the Gohan celebration, if that is indeed what we're going to be getting. And obviously stay tuned, because once it is confirmed, I will do a video going through the stuff in more detail. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel to keep up to date with all of that information. But in the comment section for that video, a lot of people have already now started to mention the banners that they are looking forward to for the rest of the year. Banners that they are considering saving for and potentially skipping others. And so, of course, Heroes is one of the ones that has entered the conversation. So, the Heroes banner usually comes out in November. It does seem unlikely that they're going to ever change it to being more than once a year, which is unfortunate, because I'm a big fan of Heroes. I've always been a big fan of like the what if sort of things, of like giving forms to characters that didn't have them. And of course, Heroes has really gone crazy lately with adding all new forms for characters rather than just giving them other forms that they never had. We've seen some crazy new ones that are unique to some of the characters in Dragon Ball Heroes. So Heroes is a category that is still fairly small, to be honest. We've still never gotten an LR. Obviously last year with the Heroes celebration, we got the Vegito. That was the first time a Heroes unit actually had their own Dokkan event. So both him and the Broly awakened from medals from his event and actually picked up Fierce Battle, which is of course very good for other teams that they can be run on. I still think Super Saiyan 4 Vegito is a really good unit that can fit onto a bunch of other teams. He's a really good link partner for Physical Vegito Blue, so obviously there's still some value in him. But the point of this video is to just talk about a little bit and speculate a little bit based on the things that have been going on in Dragon Ball Heroes, like the promotional anime and the cards and that have released, as to what we could potentially see this year for Dragon Ball Heroes, because I definitely think it could be a very, very exciting time. So, obviously, first things first, before we even start talking about potential new units, there's obviously the fact that older units will get awakenings. We did get the Super Saiyan 4s last year, and we got like Gohan and Bardock, for example, who don't have awakenings. Usually, they kind of skip a year, so the year after, these guys shouldn't get awakenings. It should be units that came out the year before, which will be this Int Gohanks, the AGL Xeno Gotenks, and then the STR Vegex. I think all of those three should be in line to get Dokkan Awakenings, which would be really good, because the Gohanks and the Gotenks are really good on the Fusion team. I actually used both of them on the No Items run for the OG Fusion stage, not the Extreme one, sadly. They're not quite up to the level for Extreme Super Battle Road No Items, but they are very, very good. And Vegex is pretty decent as well. All of these guys should look really, really good after their awakenings. And then, of course, there's the Xeno Goku and the Xeno Vegeta base form, who are family supports for their respective family categories. A lot of people speculated since they came out that they'd awaken into the Xeno Super Saiyan 4s, but I think it's pretty obvious that Dokkan will save those for separate cards, because those are big draw cards that people would want to summon for. I don't think they're just going to give them away as awakenings to older units that have been out for a couple of years. I would personally like to see them awaken into Super Saiyan, at least like Super Saiyan 1. I have said this before, because then obviously they would just link up a little bit better, because most of the teams that you're going to be running, like if you're running a Goku family team, or even just a team that has a lot of Gokus on it, most of them are going to be Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, maybe even Blue, and so then they have links like Super Saiyan and Golden Warrior and stuff like that. So if these units were to pick those up as extra links by awakening into Super Saiyans, then obviously they would benefit the team even more. So definitely excited to see what some of the awakenings are going to be. And of course, we could potentially see our first ever Heroes EZA, because some of the older units, like especially this Super Saiyan 3 Adult Gotenks, is just terrible by today's standards, which is a shame, because I really like the design of the Teen Gotenks. I think he's really cool. So it'd be nice to get an EZA for him. But The main point here, the thing that is going to be the most exciting, is what are the new units going to be? So the big thing that you've probably seen being hyped up all over your timeline for the last like couple of months or so is all the shenanigans that have been going on with Goku Black and the Timebreaker Goku Black, who is a Goku Black from an alternate universe, been going around destroying all the mortals, typical Goku Black business. But of course, not only did we get to see Timebreaker Goku Black, so shout out to my boy Rodamati here from Rodamati Cards. Go ahead and follow him if you are not already. He makes some really awesome like concept cards. He's done one for me in the past. But yeah, he's made some fan created cards for these. So these are the kind of things we could expect to see. So not only did we get to see Timebreaker Goku Black, but we also got the Rose version. We then got introduced, thanks to Heroes, the concept of Rose 2 and Rose 3. So Super Saiyan Rose 3 is a thing that exists in Heroes now. The design of this I think is amazing. I would love to see this in Heroes. I feel like this would cross over between all the categories. So this guy would be on Super Saiyan 3 as well as Realm of Gods, which would definitely be very interesting. And then in the final part of the arc, he does go what they call Super Saiyan Rose full power. So it doesn't even have the 3 in the name, and he does get his eyebrows back, and he has a tail randomly. A lot of people were thinking that he was going to go up to like Rose 4, but that didn't happen. But yeah, as you can see, very, very crazy. Any combination of this, I would be very happy to see in Dokkan. Personally, I don't think they'll go all out in the first appearance. I could imagine maybe seeing the base form one, and then maybe he transforms into Rose, and then later on down the line we get Rose 3. I'm not too sure. And then of course in the final arc of the anime, he did battle against Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Gogeta. So this is one of the stills here from the anime. There wasn't a lot of good screenshots for him, but yes, it is Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Gogeta, the form that Vegeta uses in the Tournament of Power. This is very exciting because, as this Reddit comment here says, it says we can use it, but we don't know that yet. That's not really confirmed. But it does imply that if Gogeta can use Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, then in theory Gogeta can also use Ultra Instinct, which is something that Heroes has not shown yet, but definitely could be something very crazy in the future. So he did face off against the full power Rose Goku Black. So if we were going to get Goku Black, I could imagine we would get this guy as well. Then, of course, shout out to our boy Goresh, because we've all seen Golden Cooler. He's in Dokkan already, but we do not yet have Golden Metal Cooler. That would certainly be very interesting. Obviously, for global physical coolers, EZA is coming up, so you know, more buffs for Wicked Bloodline and cooler-related units would definitely be fun. I'd very much be looking forward to a Golden Metal Cooler in Heroes. And then when I was talking about new forms that were, you know, not just older forms that certain characters didn't get, you know, like the Super Saiyan 3 Rose, we also have this interesting new form for Turles. So in this post here, it says the new Turles form is officially called Legendary Evil Saiyan. So as you can see, it is distinctly different from Super Saiyan 3 because he still has his eyebrows, and obviously his hair does not go gold. It's still black. So I think this looks really cool. I've always been a fan of the Super Saiyan 3 hairstyle anyway, but not so much of a fan of the lack of eyebrows. So I think this looks really, really sick. I would love to see this in the game. Something I did actually tweet about a while back was if they did release this guy as a Heroes card and he was actually really good, he would potentially be a really good link partner for the LR Turles, because obviously at the moment his best link partner is the AGL Turles, who unfortunately until he gets an EZA is kind of weak and a bit of a letdown in harder events. So if this guy came out and was actually good and actually good for difficult content, then he would make a great link partner for LR Turles, because obviously Turles units have a lot of those links like Destroyer of the Universe and stuff like that that only Turles units have. So he would be very, very exciting. And then following on from the vein of the Super Saiyan 3 Rose, so last year we obviously saw a huge amount of buffs to Super Saiyan 4 characters. We got a load of new Super Saiyan 4s in the game, newly named units, which is obviously a massive benefit to that team. Because even with the same name update, you know, you can't link them all up together. And one thing that I was actually thinking was, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta came out on JP before the Heroes stuff, and he had the Great Ape or Giant Ape Power Leader skill. So that sort of immediately led us to speculate that more Super Saiyan 4s were coming. So it'll be very interesting to see if JP, maybe their next Dokkan Fest after the 350 downloads, if they get a new Super Saiyan 3 category leader, then I feel like we could potentially see a bunch of Super Saiyan 3 buffs from Heroes. And so of course that would include Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta, which would be really fun to see. Like, that would obviously be a massive buff to Fusions as well as the Super Saiyan 3 team. Obviously this is the design based on the Z Gogeta. There is of course the Xeno Gogeta as well. I think this is just an edit of like the Super Saiyan 3 transforming Goku, but yeah, Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta. There's also Super Saiyan 3 Vegito as well. I think this is actually a screenshot from one of the Heroes promotional trailers. So Super Saiyan 3 Vegito would definitely be something really awesome to see in the game. A buff for Potara, as well as obviously Super Saiyan 3, Battle of Wits, all the other teams that he's on. Remember, all Heroes units are on crossover Heroes and Time Travelers as well, so buffs to Time Travelers is always nice. And then of course another one is Super Saiyan 3 Majin Vegeta. So this isn't a great quality art here, but it's actually taken from Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission. So Super Saiyan 3 Majin Vegeta is a thing in Heroes. So I would actually love to see a load of buffs for the Super Saiyan 3 category. That's always been one of my favourite categories in the game. And obviously a Majin Vegeta for Super Saiyan 3 would also be a buff to like Corroded Body and Mind, as would the Goku Black, regardless of his forms. Obviously they give all of the Timebreaker mask units the Corroded Body and Mind. So another unit that I didn't actually bring up an image for here is of course the Masked Super 17 as well, who would be on Corroded Body and Mind, would be another buff for androids. So there is a lot of stuff that could potentially come to Heroes this year that would make it one of the most exciting celebrations that we've seen in a while for Heroes. Like, the Super Saiyan 4s are hype. Like, people like me who don't even like GT like the Super Saiyan 4 form, but people were going pretty crazy on the timeline over these last couple of months for Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Gogeta, and then these various new forms of the Timebreaker Goku Black. So we definitely could see some super exciting stuff coming in the celebration this year. So let me know what you guys think down below. What would you like to see from this year's Heroes celebration, whether it's awakenings for old units, EZAs, or just the new units that you want to come themselves. There is a whole bunch of units that we could get. Hearts is another example of a character that we don't have. It would just be very interesting to see what Heroes is going to deliver this year, because like I said, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, still a very usable unit, but I know a lot of these Heroes units are only have like niche uses. But with the way power creep has been going in the game, I could expect this year's Heroes units to be very powerful. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.